Welcome to this episode of What's Happening Waupaca. I am Joni Kern. I am here with Mike Burgum, who is a man of many hats here at the Waupaca, the Hartman Creek State Park here in Waupaca. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Now, he's a superintendent and he's a park ranger as well. We are actually standing in the Hellstead House. So tell me just a little bit about the house, Mike.
Sure. The Hellstead House is an 1860s Scandinavian log cabin. It was originally owned by the Hellstead family. It was brought here in 1999 through the Friends of Hartman Creek State Park. They raised money. There were a lot of local donations that were utilized. The Folk Brothers Company actually helped with a crane. And they brought it here from Waupaca in 1999 and put it where it is today.
And this is a wonderful little cabin. I think it brings a little perspective to how spoiled we are in our homes today compared with how they lived and how simply they lived back then. So what do you use this for?
Well, today we've converted it into a couple different things. One, it is an historic building, and so we do interpret it as such. But another one is it serves as our nature center. We have a lot of interpretive exhibits in here. If you kind of look around, you'll see many different here in the main part of the building. And upstairs, there's actually a laboratory where we have microscopes and we have the ability to do nature studies up there too. So it kind of serves as a hub for the park for nature studies throughout Hartman Creek.
And this is when you want to come out and see it, when you come to Hartman Creek, this is not very far from the main entrance, so it's not a long drive to be able to get back here. What are the hours or times that it's open?
Sure. One thing that we are constantly being challenged on is getting volunteers to help open the building for us. We have a naturalist that we hire in the summertime, but that's usually from mid-May through Labor Day weekend. We're always looking for more volunteers to help open the building. We try to keep it open every Tuesday and Thursday, but sometimes we get additional volunteers and we can open up more frequently. And campers and visitors are constantly wanting us to open it to see what's in the building. So if there are people out there that would like to volunteer, we are always accepting applications for people to do so.
And I'll bet even throughout the park you have a need for volunteers in many different aspects, correct?
That is correct. We have many things going on at the park, and right now we are down as far as personnel are concerned here at the park, and so we're looking for people that are good in plumbing, good in electrical work, willing to paint picnic tables, willing to do trail maintenance work, and on and on and on. There are many, many different things that we need to try to keep up on here at Hartman Creek. And also people that are interested in nature, wanting to do nature programs. We always are seeking people that want to do programs as well. So there are many opportunities if people are interested in volunteering at the park.
What a fun way to get involved in something that you care about here at the park. So what do you have going on? We're going to talk because we're into the fall.
Yes. What
kind of activities do you have going on throughout the rest of the fall and into the winter?
Sure. Right now we have, camping is continual until December 1st. We keep our family campground and our group campground open until that time. In addition to that, we have a lot of hiking and biking that goes on in the fall. As we get into winter and the snow starts to accumulate onto the trails, we have cross-country skiing, snowmobiling in the park, ice fishing. Our campground does close on December 1st, but those activities are very popular. Another activity that's becoming extremely popular as well is fat tire biking. In the park, we have those trails as well, and snowshoeing. It used to be that cross-country skiing was the predominant activity. Snowshoeing is really starting to take over there.
And you are so close to Waupaca and the surrounding area and easy to access right off 54, that this is a great place to come spend a day or even a weekend.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people in Waupaca are not even aware the park is here, or they kind of take it for granted. We hear that a lot from people that come here for the first time and they've experienced the park, they come camping, and they don't realize that it's in their backyard. It is kind of a jewel that's undiscovered by many people, and so we always encourage people to come out, take a look at it. There is no fee if you just want to drive through the park. There are fees if you want to come in and spend longer than that, but at least it gives people an opportunity to come out, take a look at it, and decide if they want to come back at a future date.
Sure. So you're open all year round. Everybody, you really need to come out and see the park. I know it's fairly large. How many acres is this?
It's a good-sized park. It started out only at about 300 acres or so, and it's grown to 1,500 acres. And so we have a lot of the land that when people, if they do take a drive through the park, they don't see the most of the park. A lot of our acres are covered with bike trails and hiking trails, as well as equestrian trails. And so there's a lot to see and do here, and 1,500 acres is a lot to explore here at Hartman Creek.
And it'll take a while to do it.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Mike, so much for joining us here today. We appreciate that you took the time to talk to us about Halstead House. Come out and see it, and come out and see the park. Thanks for joining us for this episode of What's Happening in Waupaca. We'll see you next week. Welcome to Pet of the Month. I am Joni Kern. We're at the Humane Society with Monica Gardner. Always good to see you.
Hello.
We are talking puppies, and we are actually out in the dog yard, and you've got all kinds of puppies out here.
Right. There's parts of, I think, 5 different litters right now.
So about how old are these?
They vary from about 3 months up to about 5 months.
So these guys are all ready for adoption, and we can just go on to, if we want a puppy, we can just go onto the website and apply right online, right?
Correct. That's wapacahumane.org.
Okay. But anyway, tell me about the different types of puppies you have here.
All of them are predominantly healer mixes. They basically come from farm dog stock, unwanted litters from farms. So they're mixed with, lots of different things. I think some of them are Australian Shepherds, maybe German Shepherds, some Hound Dog, all kinds of stuff mixed in there.
So
All around mutts.
tell me why. I know, but I want you to tell us why we want a mutt instead of a pure breed.
The gene pool is a little bit more mixed up, so there's less of a chance of getting some of the genetic issues that go along with some of the purebred dogs.
And I have read that they tend to be easier to train, and they tend to be calmer temperaments.
No, that's not true. It totally depends on what they're mixed with. It totally depends.
Okay. All right. We're going to cut that part out.
Because you're looking at a bunch of healers, you can't say they're easier to train and calmer disposition.
Okay, so where did we leave off? Mutts are fabulous. Mutts are fabulous. So how many puppies do you have here right now?
Well, I'd have to do a head count because they're getting adopted so quickly that it changes every day. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. About a dozen.
So tell me and remind us, we've talked about this before, but remind us why it's important to go through the application process.
Because this is a matchmaking service, basically. We want to make sure that you get matched up with the dog that is going to be what you're looking for, and it's going to be the appropriate home for that type of dog. So this is not like a pet store where you come in and you just say, that one's cute, I want it, because we want to make sure that the one that you want is also the one that's going to fit with your lifestyle and vice versa.
And that's really important to understand because, for example, my dogs are labs, and they tend to be calmer and they tend to be easier temperaments. Healers are very high energy dogs. I would never be able to keep up with them.
That's probably true.
And so being able to apply and being able to find the right dog for the right family, that's why that's so important.
Right.
Terrific. Well, Monica, thanks as always for having us over so we could take a look at these adorable puppies. And we will see you next time on Pet of the Month.